bitches. Commercial music on In the Crease with Tommy C. Welcome to In the Crease with Tommy C. I don't care what they hit me. I don't care if I'm making my dough on the other channel. I'm here to talk some puck and get nuts. Slayer. Love to Hate.
Nice.
Which is probably, you know what? I want that song played at my funeral. Seriously. I'm not even joking. Slayer.
You don't want Warp Drive played?
No, I want Love to Hate. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Crease, Tommy C. Time to talk a little PK Subban. The worst thing is about talking or criticizing somebody like PK Subban is a couple things. First, he's a hell of a guy, and he's good for the game, and he's a good promoter of the good old hockey game. So whenever you get two white guys criticizing him, like they would criticize Erik Karlsson, who we've dumped on left and right, there's always this vibe of these guys are just doing it and picking on the black guy, you know, with that ultra white sport called ice hockey. It's a shame, and it's a shame and sad that I have to preface this stuff like that. But the social justice warriors that are ruining our culture in the West make me feel obligated to do so. That being said, I do think PK Subban deserves serious criticism. I've made several comments that PK and Matt Kazar, who was, I guess he was formerly his favorite player until he got traded from Montreal. Yeah. I always made the comment, half joking, but after a while believing it, that he is the NHL's celebrity athlete. He's a celebrity athlete. I never really believed he's a true all-star or truly one of the greats of his generation.
He's very good.
He's very good. He's not great. Team Canada doesn't always put him on the ice. Last year he did make the All-Star team, which is a little bizarre. Or was it? Yeah, it was the year before or last year? It was the year before. I did find that a little bizarre, but I'm looking at this now, and Sidney Crosby in the Met, understandable. Alex Ovechkin, Phil Kessel definitely deserves number 3. Probably should have won the MVP in the Stanley Cup final. Wayne Simmons, a welcome change to the leaders, and one of the most underrated players in the NHL, Jonathan Tavares. Carey Price leads the Atlantic. Jaromir Jagr is right behind him. He's cashing in a lot of his. He's one of the greatest players of all time. Maybe the second best greatest player. Maybe top 5. Jaromir Jagr, Shea Weber, for what he's done for the Montreal Canadiens. In the Central Division of the Nashville Predators, we have, of course, PK Subban. PK Subban.
Let's not go to the third leading scorer in the league in Vladimir Tarasenko.
You'll bias, you homer. All right.
A little bit. But
if PK was in the top 10, and I do realize the fans pick this, and the fans pick who they like, and it's about the fans for the fans. I don't have a problem with PK going to the All-Star game. But I do think his popularity overshadows what kind of player he is. 29 games, 7 goals, 10 assists. 32 overall in defenseman.
Minus 11.
Minus 11. He did not have the impact that Shea Weber had on
no. Shea Weber's completely turned that team around.
Yeah.
Well,
and with Radulov,
having Carey Price back helps.
Carey Price back, Radulov I think made a good impact. I think it was a wonderful move. Mm-hmm. PK doesn't have that kind of impact in the team because he's yet to prove that he's that type of player. Oh, he's won the Norris Trophy, which is true, but it was a close one. Jeff, what were the stats that year in 2012-13?
In 2012 and 13, he had 38 points on the season.
38
Norris
points.
Trophy. He had 11 goals, 27 assists. But he didn't get most of those points until after February 21st, where he had 8 goals and 22 assists.
He went nuts.
Now, keep in mind, the 38 points that he had on the season, that tied for the league lead among defensemen with Chris Letang, but Letang played 7 fewer games. Now, who would you rather have back there on defense, Tommy? Letang or Subban?
It's no brainer. It's Chris Letang.
And his 11 goals were also second to Washington Capitals' Mike Green.
The only reason I might not I put PK instead of Letang is because PK is probably going to play close to 80 games a year.
Yeah, Letang.
Yeah, Letang, you don't know.
God love him. He can't stay on the ice.
He can't stay on the ice. There's a stretcher following him everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
Stretcher follows him to the locker room. 2 guys. It's a damn shame. But so why are you doing this? Why are you bashing old PK? It's not that I'm bashing him. I just want to put things in very, very close perspective. Maybe this guy isn't as good as we think he is. Maybe he is a public relations genius and or someone who is just generally a good person that happens to be in the NHL. PK Subban, not an asshole to the NHL fans. And he's reaping the benefits for it. Good for him. Yeah. Not an asshole. That's not what I heard in the locker room. He's a bit of a dude, bro. But so is I. So, I mean, we're not all perfect. PK, if you're listening, which I know he's not, prove us wrong. We want to see the greatness from PK Subban.
I want to be proved wrong.
I want to see a cup over his head. I want to see him leave that team. Prove us wrong. Show us that you're one of the elite defensemen in the National Hockey League, that you deserve that Norris Trophy, and you're gonna you deserve that Norris Trophy, and you're gonna take this team to the next level, and make Montreal pay. They're really pissed. Those fans are pretty pissed. But it's almost January. All those Frenchies in Montreal are probably forgetting you real quick. They're in first place overall. They look like real contenders, and that's not what they looked like last year. So that's what I got to say about PK Subban. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to do. That's my opening rant and what have you.
Well, see, in this, I was going to say something
real
quick.
Sure.
Again, you go to Tarasenko. He's fourth in the league in points with 38, and then right behind him, you got Panarin and Patrick Kane in the Central Division.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't get it
at any level. But he's popular, and people like him. It's almost like going to the All-Star game kind of proved my point. Tommy, you feed that family. Fuck you, Joe Martin. I wouldn't have started it off with, if I really needed the money, I wouldn't have started off with Slayer. God, I hope that's not on the no-go list. ZG Salt, let's talk about his team. 13 in a row. John Tortorella. I've yet to. I watched a CBG game when I first moved here in late October. I think it was sometime when the Cubs won the World Series. Mm-hmm. And I've yet to watch one since. And then it was comical what they did to the Montreal earlier in the year. Was it comical for Montoya or whatever his name was? What was that cat's name that they allowed?
Montoya.
Yeah.
Montoya.
Somebody sent me a message. I'm hearing rumors that Montoya, he's not the same. Yeah. I'll bet he ain't.
Yeah, he just got his butthole pounded in.
Still don't. I still have bad feelings. I still have very, very, very bad feelings on that. I just, it sickens me. It sickens me. But that's neither here nor there. Have you watched any of their games? I really can't comment too personally. I'm going to start paying more attention to them. You guys play them tonight, if I'm not mistaken?
No, we play Philadelphia.
You play Philly. That's right. You play Philly tonight.
Now, I've watched bits and pieces of some of their games, and I also watched that ass whipping they gave the Blues. They scored 8 goals against us, but unlike the Canadians, we were able to score 4, so it made it a little more tolerable. But for whatever reason, they have bought into Tortorella's system, and it just seems like everything they do works. Yeah. They are playing well in all facets of the game. Plus, you got a brick wall between the pipes there.
Bobrovsky's becoming
not really a lot of teams can do to stop that.
Bobrovsky,
they blew a 3-0 lead last night.
Look, Bobrovsky hasn't been golden since he got over there. He's been up and down.
Well, he's playing like how he did it when he won the Vezina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's really, I mean, a lot of that's what's missing.
Hasn't been healthy since.
Hasn't been healthy. We've seen flashes of it. We had one good season out of him, but he's never really reached that plateau. He was the piece they needed to build the franchise around. Not so much a franchise player, but an all-star goalie that you could count on. 37 saves last night.
Not too shabby.
Not 37 shaves. 40. Not too shabby. Got a good leader there, Nick Foligno. Here's another guy, Scott Hartnell. Starting to make more of an impact. Tight team.
Mm-hmm.
And what we shouldn't expect, Torts not happy with team's play.
Of course not.
Jones scored from the middle.
They did blow a 3-0 lead, so.
Yes. He's not happy with their play. Not happy. But that's what you need, because John Tortorella, excuse me, only cares about one thing. That's winning hockey games. That's it. No, nothing else. Winning hockey games. And a close hockey game might as well be a lost hockey game. That's it. Get them in the playoffs, win the Stanley Cup. That's all they think about. You can't, they don't have attitudes like you and me. Hey, they won 12 in a row. Don't complain. That's not what coaches do. No. Win 13 more in a row. Of course, they are in first place in the Metropolitan, which is what actually signaled to me that they were in the Metropolitan Division even to begin with. I didn't even know.
Well, they were.
The Metropolitan Division. Oh, I didn't know that.
They were in our division until a couple years ago. They moved the Red Wings and the
Thanks for telling me. They're ahead of Pittsburgh and the Rangers, who were fighting it out for first.
Speaking of the Central, another team that's real hot right now, the Wild. They've won 11 in a row.
11 in a row.
11 in a row, and that's, again, pretty much the same formula. They're playing great in all facets of the game. Plus, they have a brick wall between the pipes in the best goalie in the league, Dubnyk, who I have in fantasy, and I'm very happy about that. He has not lost a regulation game since the middle of November.
I had a fantasy that was watching fantasy. Jesus Christmas. I'll take your calls. I'm happy with my performance. 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660, right here on Shot from the Point Hockey. In the crease of Tommy C, our talk show. My fantasy team is so bad. Yeah, Pure's not kicking ass. It's just fucking Dave and Frenchie Ben.
I'm 8-2 also.
I'm getting requests for Mika Zibanejad. Yeah. Well, maybe this will help bring him back. Maybe this will help bring him back, old Mika.
Well, how long has it been since he destroyed his ankle? Was it 4 weeks?
He's gone, dude. He's gone for the year, dude. I don't buy that.
He'll
be out 6 to 8. Yeah, whatever.
Mika Zibanejad.
I wish. Like that Mika Zibanejad. I miss him. I miss you, Mika. You still arranged it to me. You only played a few games, but you always have a place in my heart on the New York Rangers there.
Mika Zibanejad.
Now they're all. I'm getting requests. Gotta feed the fans.
Bonino.
Yeah. And it keeps going and going and going and going and going. And my personal favorite.
The Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Gary Bettman.
Why am I wearing Dave's shirt? Because you should go buy Dave's shirt. It's a great shirt, and I like wearing Dave's shirt. It might freak out your wife, though, if you know Dave. If you wear Dave's shirt. You know what I mean? Put Dave's shirt away when you go to bed. Tommy's the best YouTuber of all time. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Streaming, baby, streaming. Okay. Let's see if I can pull somebody in from Discord. Talk some puck. Otherwise, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to bounce. Where's the waiting to call? There it is. MTM, you're on the air with Jeff Huffman and me.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys.
What's up?
We got a long line.
I'm sorry. I did not know I was going to be...
Well, you're the only one in the friggin' thing, so, I mean...
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was playing World of Warcraft because I finally bought it.
What do you got for us?
I wasn't even watching the stream. I was just playing for Trove.
Why did you go in the waiting for call then thing?
I saw you one earlier. I just wanted to talk to you earlier. But
you're not in the right. It's a hockey show. Dubious.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, I'm sure you have some opinions of what we said at the top of the hour, Mr.
I got some insight for you.
Yeah, let me hear it, bro.
So, I don't think anyone's going to argue that PK Subban is a terrible person. Because
I don't know. I didn't say he was a terrible person. Whoa! Nice shooting, Tech.
Wait. I'm just let me get my point across. I'm not bashing you, but the guy donates millions to friggin' children's hospitals and all that good stuff.
I know that.
But
Yes.
I still don't see how he's a Norris Trophy winner.
He had a good year.
I haven't seen it.
Not on your team.
No.
Not on the
I
Preds.
mean, like
still
our
rather have
friggin'
PK
second
back
and
than
third
Eric
line
freaking
defensemen are
Carlson.
playing better than, or at least better game than he is.
And he's not. And he's leading. He ain't even playing. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow night.
No,
or tonight,
he's
or
missed 5 games.
Five games.
He's got
out.
2 more.
That's not his fault.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
I
still.
don't know. I mean, you losing Shea Weber. I mean, I wonder if folks are getting a little aggravated over there with the disappearance of old Shea Weber and bringing PK, who's looking very, very average.
Yeah,
right now.
Unless he turns it around this second half, I'm going to start thinking Montreal got the better end of that deal.
So you were happy with this deal initially?
No, I was not at all.
You know, I didn't think we'd be talking about this deal come January. You know that? I thought everybody's making a bigger deal out of it in the summer than it was. It's turning out to have. This is having league-wide consequences. This deal, and I got to be honest with you. At the time, and I'd said it over and over. I don't think it was bad for anybody. I don't know why Laviolette's not getting what he'd hoped out of PK. I don't know what's going on over there. You know, is he homesick? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Know. He's all over Nashville, so.
Well, what's the one reporter that covers them in Nashville saying?
I really haven't looked too much into it. I mean, I more or less just watch the games. I don't watch.
You don't listen
into
anyway.
it a whole
But you
lot.
watch me. You're a good guy.
Well,
all right, man.
I do what I can.
Thanks for the call. Good call, brother. You take care, man. Well, dubious. I think so. Go wild in the chat. I don't watch a lot of wild. All the teams that I don't watch. I watch a lot of Chicago Blackhawks and St. Louis Blues and New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils, and might start watching the Flyers. Definitely gonna watch that game more, I think. He's wearing a Blues hat. Of course he's wearing a Blues hat. What are you going on about in the chat? I don't even hear your voice, tough Fluffman.
Oh, my bad.
You turned it off?
My bad. I was yelling for my brother, but he didn't respond.
Oh, look. Tommy's rocking a shirt. Yes, I'm rocking a Dead on Dave shirt. You know what else I'm rocking?
We just clarified this about 3 minutes ago.
What's going on? Peakspace is loved in Brashville. Maybe he is. Is he an all-star? Is he an all-star?
Who?
Is he?
No.
Ace, you're on the air.
Hello.
What's on your mind, Ace?
Nothing. Hi.
Nothing at all?
Team started.
I be it. Nicolo. Nick likes to come in and never likes to talk. I think I'm going to ban him from Discord.
Yeah.
I am. I'm taking him seriously because he comes in my fucking stuff. And
Great supporter, but
yeah. He's always on there. He's always ready, but he's never ready to take a fucking phone call.
He's never ready to talk.
Yeah. No. Bye, Nick. I'm never dragging him in again. You do this enough to me. I will. I will do this. Absolutely. Won't think a thing of it. 978. You're on the air.
So, Tommy, what do you think about subscribing to?
No. Awful. Just awful.
I probably should let him go. There was a time when I really loved prank calls. MTM. I'm Canadian. Don't understand hockey tech. Teach me. That's damn shame. I'm sorry for being
that makes
in the call. LOL. I wasn't paying attention.
Whatsoever.
I don't know. Like if you're waiting to call, I'm not mad at you, but I'm definitely gonna blow you up. You know. Whoop whoop.
You're Canadian and you don't understand hockey. That just doesn't make any sense.
Shame. Whenever I join the call, I don't hear anyone. That's definitely
the only
on
Canadian
you.
that I know that doesn't know anything about hockey or doesn't like hockey is Kevin Owens, and he's done all right.
He doesn't. That's so weird. Hey, Nick.
Doesn't.
Nick, because that's because all the hockey fans in his neighborhood made fun of him growing up for being a huge wrestling fan. I guarantee it. I hear that a lot. You know that like Canadian wrestling fans are like, that's the weird wrestling family, and they're like, fuck hockey. That's what happens. Nick Golo. Well, then you should go on the regular chat and see if it works for the other guys before you go into the waiting to call. The waiting to call. Ho, ho, ho. Pure Pustinen. Pewter.
All right.
Pewter
Did you know that we have a Winter Classic again?
Yeah, we got one.
The Blackhawks are playing the St. Louis Blues.
Yes.
How many fucking outdoor games do we get? Every year?
Oh, I have an idea.
Well,
you guys get a lot, but I mean, St. Louis doesn't get as many as they should. But so what's your
this is
Yeah,
the first
I
one.
like the fact that we're playing St. Louis, but come on. They're like, every year we're playing. Come on.
Well, I don't, because people want to see the Blackhawks. They're a modern day dynasty.
Yeah, look, the outdoor game audience is starting to come down because of this.
You are making a very good point. We noticed that last year. We got Boston, Montreal.
That
and
game sucked.
The game sucked, and nobody was really watching it either. And the year before, it was what, the Caps and I can't even remember. And it does seem to be dying, but I think that has more to do with the Stadium Series than it does the Winter Classic. Why watch
one outdoor game?
Why watch? Like, you have the Rangers playing twice in the Stadium Series against the Devils and the Islanders. They're not playing in the damn thing. So, like, well, I'm not gonna watch this. I could just wait till February and watch it in Yankee Stadium. So you miss a whole New York market when you put a big team in there. So I think it's typical corporate thinking. Once you have one good thing, whoa, I'm gonna do my Vince McMahon.
We're gonna be milking this.
Yeah, we're gonna milk it. I'm gonna do my Vince McMahon voice. Well,
And
why don't we make three more?
The matchup of Washington versus Chicago Blackhawks was very pathetic when they tried to make this, or they were literally trying to make up a rivalry between the teams, even though there's almost no shared history.
Yeah, I know. It's Wednesday night rivalry. What do you want? I mean, they're trying to sell a game. I mean, there's no original six either. You know, there's no such thing. You know, there's no such original six. I have an idea, but I don't know if you can do it, and I'm inviting you. How would you like to be a special guest host of Shot from the Point Live Hockey right after the Winter Classic? You call in, me, you, and Jeff, because you're the Blackhawks fan versus the Blues fan, and we'll talk about the game. We are going live on the air.
Somewhere I hear Real Talk flipping a chair possibly.
What time is the game?
Real Talk's got it. Real Talk's a regular host. He ain't gonna flip out. Real Talk's coming back like full time.
I know.
So, Pew, how would you like to do that?
That'd be
Depends
cool.
on what time the game is, because I'm fine if I watch the game.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch the game? I mean, it's usually
Depends
good.
on the time. Look.
It's usually good our time. Okay, when's the Winter Classic? Hold on, what's this now? Winter Classic.
It's at 1 Eastern, I think. Next
1 Eastern. That's fucking.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. We could do this then. Yeah, you might be up a little late. You got school on. You don't got school the next day anyway, do you? Yeah, you probably do actually, because it'd be a Tuesday.
What day is it? Let's see.
It'd be a Tuesday. Well, yeah. Wait a minute.
January 2nd. I don't have school. The next
Perfect.
Day.
Do it. So you're gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Yeah, most likely yes.
Do it. Okay. Shout out to Pure in the chat, baby. Shout out to Pure for his big bad call. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna let it go because I'm gonna get out of here. Pure Pustine in. Talk to you later, brother. Peace, Middle East, and chicken grease. They put him in the YouTube lounge. Well, I think I'm done. I think I've had it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Last night in the National Hockey League, after the winter break, of course, the Capitals took on the Islanders in Brooklyn and lost 4-3. Capitals struggling, to say the least. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they took on the Jersey Devils. Devils falling apart after a pretty good start. Taylor Hall back over there? But as soon as he got hurt, things just spun out of control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's been back.
Yeah, that's.
I remember he waffled. What's his name?
That's right. What's going on over there? When they lost in the first time, they haven't been the same. Boston Bruins took on the very red hot Columbus Blues Jackets, chucking up to 13 in a row, 4-3. Holy shit!
They blew a 3-0 lead in that game, and they got able to
do it. Jackets, Jack Attack. And that cannon. That's the best thing about that stadium is a freaking cannon. You know that. But I think of like Blue Jackets as being the more like East Coast, like Boston, New Jersey, New York. Well, maybe not New York.
Yeah.
They were loyalists.
They're in Ohio, so.
Yeah, I'd give them something. Why not? Raiders take the Sens 4-3 in New York. Sabres, they took on the Red Wings. They beat them for the worst team in hockey. Beats the Red Wings 4-3. Yeah. I called it. Oh God, video games attorney. I'm gonna fucking tweet him right after this too.
We both called it.
Video games attorney tweeted me earlier hockey today. I just got too busy. I got way too busy. And I said to him last summer that this is the year. You're not going to make the playoffs. Last team in the league's beating you.
Yeah, somewhere bacon country is just not happy.
Screw him. He wouldn't come on my show when I was a small channel.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. Screw him then.
Yeah, screw him. Screw him.
All for
Final in
first.
OT. Wild. Oh! North Stars! That's right, I said North Stars. They beat the Preds in OT. A little 3-on-3 action. Jets, they take the Blackhawks. Slap them. 3-1. Jeff likes that. The struggling Stars, they were able to get a victory over the Coyotes 3-2. And the Flames, they crushed the Avalanche 6-3.
So is everybody else.
Big rivalry, California hockey, Sharks and Ducks. They had to finish it off in overtime. They did. I didn't write down any stats today. I don't know why. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they take on the Panthers. Boy, the Panthers, man, talk about a fall from grace. I really thought they were going to be a factor. I did.
Yeah, but they lost Jonathan Huberdeau.
Lost
Jonathan Huberdeau, and just things aren't
Things
aren't clicking over there.
Not in the playoffs. No. Leafs take on the Cats. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Canes, they're in Pittsburgh, take on the Penguins. Habs are going to strike the Lightning. 7:30 Eastern Time.
I remember that one show you did where you had a pun for every matchup.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what we got to do.
Was that the same one where the D goes to the C?
No, but I think that's where I got. I think it was a few shows before that, to be honest. Because of everything, the D and the C. That's because everything fucking amuses me, and I'm emotionally about 15 years old. That's true. Flyers, they take on the Blues, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Kings, they take on the Knuckleheads for the late night game
Is
in
there a way they can
Vancouver.
both lose that game?
What's that?
Is there a way that they can both lose that game, the Kings and Canucks?
I don't know. Thank you very much for the likes. Hopefully the shares. Big announcement. Colossal's Crazy, Dead on Dave, Tommy C of Tommy C's SFTP put on a mega podcast. Catch 33.3, baby. Check out the 333. Check out the 333. Coming soon. You also can check Tommy C's SFTP, my other channel. Really wild talk. Phone calls. All the latest YouTube dramas. But we'll be closing that for the rest of the year as far as talk shows concerned. Check us out on Monday, the 2nd. We'll be calling back. I'm taking a break from Tommy C's SFTP. First of all, I made a lot of fucking money.
No show today?
Yeah. No, we're done. We're done for the Tommy C's. Not till Monday.
Okay.
Probably going to bring on Jesse Monday.
Nice.
And then we're going to bring on Aeon or Ion or Casey or whatever the hell she's calling herself this week. That's what we're going to be doing. Check out the 333. Check out Tommy C's SFTP. Check out Dead on Dave Productions. Check out Grand Slam Entertainment. And make sure, most of all, to get out of my crease. But let's face it. Let's face it. You wanted to say something, right?
Yeah, I did. I was just going to say thank you for 1,000 subs.
Did you? You got 1,000 subs.
Yes.
Well, guess what? We're still on the air. Do you get a chance to think?
Clown's drunken promise was fulfilled.
Yeah, it certainly was.